Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we're talking about one of our favorite topics here at English Pod. That would be food.
We love talking about food, and this time we are going to pick up some food at the deli. What's a deli?
A deli is a special store where a person can buy meats.
Okay.
Meat and cheese. And in this case, we're talking about special meats. It's not just like pork or beef,
Right.
which you could also buy at the butcher. It is cured meats, cold meats. So let's take a look at today's vocabulary preview to find out more about this special kind of meat.
Vocabulary preview.
All right, so at the deli, you usually pick up cold cuts.
Cold cuts. So basically the way that I used to remember cold cuts as a child was that cold cuts are what you put on a sandwich.
Uh-huh.
So sliced turkey, sliced chicken,
Ham.
salami.
Okay, like pepperoni would be a cold cut, right?
That's right. So cold cuts are meats that you serve cold normally. They're usually cured. They're not like raw pork or raw beef. You put them on a sandwich.
So cured meats would be like that they're smoked. They're not cooked.
No, they're not cooked. You're right. They're smoked or they're cured with a kind of chemical or brine. That means that they're preserved. They can last for a long time.
All right, very good. So that's what we're getting at the deli. Usually at the deli, you can pick up meats, cheeses, and pickles, and all that good
All
stuff.
that good stuff.
All right, so why don't we jump into our dialogue and listen to it for the first time.
Honey, we're all out of wine and cheese. Do you mind running to the deli and picking up a few things?
Cannot wait. I'm watching the game right now.
Your friends and family are coming over tonight, and we still need to get a lot of things.
Fine. What do you need?
Okay, pick up some cured meats to go with the wine. Maybe a pound of Polish sausages, ham, liverwurst, salami, and any other cold cuts that are on sale. I think I saw a promotion for pastrami. Also, get some coleslaw and a jar of olives.
Whoa, wait a minute. Isn't that a bit too much? I mean, how much is all this going to cost?
Never mind that. Get some dips as well. Get a jar of spinach and blue cheese dips and also some tzatziki. If they have bean dip, get that as well. Last but not least, get some pickles.
Is that all, Your Majesty?
Very funny. Get a move on. People will be here any minute.
All right, we're back. So now we're going to go into language takeaway, where we're going to take a look at 6 key words.
Language takeaway.
All right, so the first keyword that we have, we actually talked about it already, but just to make sure that you got it, those are cured meats.
Cured meats. Well, to cure something is to preserve it in this case. So be careful because to cure has a couple of different meanings. But when we're talking about food, something that is cured is preserved. For example, pickles are cured in salty water. Brine.
Oh, is that what it's called? Brine? Salty
brine.
water.
Yeah.
No wonder I don't like pickles. But pickles are like, if you don't put them in brine, they don't taste all soury and nasty, right?
No, that's because they're cucumbers. So a cucumber becomes a pickle after it's been cured. So we could talk about pork, but when pork is cured, it becomes ham.
Okay.
Okay,
Awesome.
so cured meats are meats that have been preserved through some kind of process like using salt or drying them.
Okay, awesome. And one of these cured meats, I think maybe is a liverwurst.
Okay, well, this is a German lesson now, not just an English lesson. In English, we have a lot of words that come from German, and one of these words is Wurst.
Okay, and
So-
that means sausage, right?
That's right, sausage. So bratwurst, liverwurst. And in this case, liverwurst, I'm sure you can guess what part of the pig that comes from.
Liver.
Very good, Marco. You get a star for the day.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, liverwurst is a kind of sausage that's made up of this part of the animal.
Okay. Actually, I don't know if I've had liverwurst. What does it look like? Is it white? Is it red? Is it
I think it's like
dark?
light, purplish, whitish.
I don't know. I've had bloodwurst. That's good.
Yeah, blood sausage is delicious.
Okay. And, well, apart from picking up meats and cheeses at the deli, you can also pick up coleslaw.
All right, coleslaw is an American classic. I'm sure you could get this other places as well, though. It's basically a cold salad that's made up of cabbage and carrots and maybe onions, but generally the sauce is white. It's like a mayonnaise and vinegar sauce. So it's very stringy, lots of thin, long pieces, and the sauce is white.
Okay, yeah, I think This is a very American thing. I'm not really sure if I've seen coleslaw in many other places, but I personally don't like it. Again, because of the whole vinegar thing.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
not a
little
big
bitter.
fan of the bitter stuff.
Yeah, I love, we also call it slaw, sometimes with a side of slaw. I love a hot dog with a side of coleslaw.
Oh,
One of
really?
my favorite meals, yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So coleslaw. Moving on, we have an interesting sauce. It's Greek, I believe.
That is correct.
And I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I might mess it up, so I'm going to leave that one to you.
Well, I don't speak Greek, but this is how we say it in America. Tzatziki.
Tzatziki.
Okay, tzatziki is a food that comes from Greece, like you said. You know, in America, we have a lot of different foods. In Europe, too. Wherever. People come from all over the place. And in America, we've adopted a number of foods. One of these foods is tzatziki. It's a white yogurt dip. Okay?
Ah.
So usually in tzatziki, there is some onion, some cucumber, some pepper, but it's a really good, thick, creamy yogurt dip that you use with bread or chips.
Okay. And that's actually our next word. You mentioned it's a dip. So you're using that as a noun, and that's our next word, dip.
Dip. So basically, a dip is a kind of food that you eat with other foods. Okay?
So it's like a sauce.
Exactly. It's a sauce for finger foods. So basically, a dip is a food you eat with other foods. So you can have chips and dip. That would be potato chips with dip. And sometimes you have tomato dip or cheese dip. In this case, we have tzatziki or blue cheese dip.
Blue cheese dip. Okay. But actually, it's also a verb, right? To dip. So when you take your potato chip and you dip it in the dip, you can say that.
Yes, dip it in the dip.
Okay. So you dip your potato chip in the dip.
Yes.
Very good. So those are all the words that we have for you today on Language Takeaway. Why don't we go back, listen to the dialogue again, and we'll be back in a bit with Fluency Builder.
Honey, we're all out of wine and cheese. Do you mind running to the deli and picking up a few things?
Cannot wait. I'm watching the game right now.
Your friends and family are coming over tonight, and we still need to get a lot of things.
Fine. What do you need?
Okay, pick up some cured meats to go with the wine. Maybe a pound of Polish sausages, ham, liverwurst, salami, and any other cold cuts that are on sale. I think I saw a promotion for pastrami. Also, get some coleslaw and a jar of olives.
Whoa, wait a minute. Isn't that a bit too much? I mean, how much is all this going to cost?
Never mind that. Get some dips as well. Get a jar of spinach and blue cheese dips and also some tzatziki. If they have bean dip, get that as well. Last but not least, get some pickles.
Is that all, Your Majesty?
Very funny. Get a move on. People will be here any minute.
All right, we're back. And now let's take a look at 3 key phrases on Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
This first one is a very, very common phrase. We use this a lot in English when we're maybe running late or we need something very quickly. We say, hey, can you run to the store and get this? Or do you mind running to the deli? So the verb here is to run to.
Run to. Run to the deli. Now, does this mean that you're actually going to, like, walk very fast to the deli? You're going to run?
No, this is not literal. This is not, okay, I'm going to go to the deli and I'm going to get some food. No, this is going quickly.
Okay.
So I could say, Marco, I have no time. Can you run to the store and get me some milk, please?
Okay. So that means just go really quickly
Yes.
in your car, your motorcycle, any way you can.
Or walking. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good. So that's run to the store, run to the deli. In this case, we saw it in the sentence, do you mind running to the deli? So do you mind going quickly?
So this is going quickly. Do you mind running to the deli? This is a thing that we can do.
Okay. And so she was telling him what to get, and he's like, whoa, this is going to be really expensive. And she answered with this phrase, never mind that.
Never mind that. Okay, this is a phrase that we use when we want to say, don't worry about it.
That doesn't matter.
No problem.
It's not important.
So never mind, you could say by itself, never mind. Forget about it. But never mind that is like saying, this argument is over. It's not a problem.
Okay.
So never mind that. As I was saying, let's go to the store.
Okay. Good. So it's not important. It's not relevant. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Very good. And the last phrase that we have for you is a very interesting phrase when the girl said, you know what, very funny, but get a move on. People will be here any minute. Get a move on.
Get a move on. So as we often say here at English Pod, this is a kind of phrase we have to look at as a chunk, as a unit, as one piece.
Right.
You could say get me this, or I moved my house. But get a move on means hurry up.
Hurry up.
Start leaving now. Go to the store. Be quick about it. So this is a command. Get a move on.
Okay, so take it as a phrase, just like you know the phrase hurry up or go quickly. Remember the phrase get a move on as a way of saying, come on, quickly, go, quickly.
That's right. Or as I always say when I'm with friends and we're, going slowly somewhere, I say, hey, guys, let's get a move on.
Let's get a move on. They're going to close.
Let's get going. Let's go here.
Okay, very good. So get a move on. Let's get a move on. And why don't we go back and listen to the dialogue for one last time?
Honey, we're all out of wine and cheese. Do you mind running to the deli and picking up a few things?
Can it wait? I'm watching the game right now.
Your friends and family are coming over tonight, and we still need to get a lot of things.
Fine. What do you need?
Okay, pick up some cured meats to go with the wine. Maybe a pound of Polish sausages, ham, liverwurst, salami, and any other cold cuts that are on sale. I think I saw a promotion for pastrami. Also, get some coleslaw and a jar of olives.
Whoa, wait a minute. Isn't that a bit too much? I mean, how much is all this going to cost?
Never mind that. Get some dips as well. Get a jar of spinach and blue cheese dips and also some tzatziki. If they have bean dip, get that as well. Last but not least, get some pickles.
Is that all, Your Majesty?
Very funny. Get a move on. People will be here any minute.
All right, we're back. So now, Catherine, I understand you're a big fan of pickles and olives and all that stuff.
I love cured food.
Oh, really?
Pickled. Have you ever had a pickled tomato?
I hate pickled tomatoes.
Pickled tomatoes, pickled pickles, pickled olives, everything. I love it all.
There are a couple of things that I don't really like. For example, coleslaw, you mentioned that it has cabbage in it. And many people may know this vegetable as this purple lettuce, right? It looks like a lettuce, but it's purple.
That's right.
I hate it. I don't like it. And I actually hate olives and pickles. I can't really eat them.
Sounds like you don't like bitter things, like vinegar.
No, not a big fan. Not a big fan of anything that's bitter.
I love it. It's one of my favorite. I love salty foods and I love bitter foods, and that's all I have to say about it.
I've never really understood how people have like a whole pickle and they take it out of the jar and they just bite into it. It's like, that's nasty.
Well, the adjective to describe a pickle's flavor is sour.
Sour.
It's very sour. And in America, at delis, you can buy full sours or half sours.
Oh, really?
So some pickles are less sour than others. We call it a half sour. My favorite pickles are full sours.
Really?
Make you cry a little bit.
Is this the whole pickle thing? Is this very American? Because you always have pickles in burgers, for example, right? You go to McDonald's, you have pickles in burgers. Is this very American, or is this coming from another place?
It comes from Europe.
Oh, really?
A lot of German food involves pickles. Pickled vegetables. The Koreans also. Korean food has a lot of pickled vegetables like kimchi, which is pickled cabbage.
Ah, that's right.
And so in Chinese culture as well, a lot of pickled food. So I think this is something that's very common all over the world. You can have pickled fish.
Really?
Meats, yeah.
Oh my God.
You can pickle anything.
I don't know if we pickle things in Latin America. This is why it seems very strange to me. But this is a really interesting topic. Why don't you let us know what your favorite cured meats are? I know there are a lot of different types. And if you like pickles or not, maybe some people out there will support me and say they don't like pickles.
All right. And if you have delis in your home country, let us know. I've always been curious about this. Do you have delis or do you just have a butcher shop? What's the difference?
Awesome. So we'll see everyone there. EnglishPod.com. Until next time. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Hi, and welcome to our story today. We are about to take a delicious journey through the world of deli foods, where we'll discover many exciting things related to cold cuts, meats, and flavors. Are you ready to join me on this tasty adventure? Imagine you're planning a big gathering with your friends and family, and you're in charge of getting the food. But there's one small problem. You've run out of wine and cheese. You need to go to the deli to pick up some special ingredients for the evening. Now, let's talk about the deli itself. A deli is a special store where you can find many different types of meats, cheeses, and snacks. It's a place to get not just regular meats like beef or pork, but also unique cured meats, sausages, and cold cuts. But what exactly are these cold cuts? Cold cuts are meats that are sliced thinly and served cold. These can be things like turkey, ham, salami, or even special sausages. They are cured, meaning they've been preserved with salt, smoke, or brine, which helps them last longer and develop a rich flavor. When you visit a deli, you'll see rows of delicious options ready to be picked out for sandwiches, platters, or just snacking. Imagine picking up a delicious mix of meats to go with some wine. You're in for a treat. So, now that you understand what a deli is, let's dive deeper into the world of cured meats. What makes them so special? And why do people love them so much? Let's explore the fascinating world of cured meats. Cured meats are preserved in a way that enhances their flavor. But what exactly does curing mean? Well, curing involves treating the meat with salt, spices, or even smoke. This not only preserves the meat, but also gives it that delicious, rich taste that many people crave. For example, when you think about ham, salami, or pepperoni, you're thinking of cured meats. These meats can last much longer than fresh ones because they've been carefully prepared to keep their flavors intact. One of the most common ways to cure meat is by using brine, a salty solution that helps preserve the meat. Another method is smoking the meat, which gives it that unique, smoky flavor. Imagine the taste of smoky bacon or a flavorful slice of salami in a sandwich. These meats are usually served cold, which makes them perfect for picnics, sandwiches, or even as snacks when you're on the go. As we talk about these cured meats, it's important to understand the role they play in our meals. Not only do they add incredible flavor, but they also provide a satisfying texture that enhances the overall dining experience. Whether it's a slice of prosciutto on your charcuterie board or some spicy pepperoni on your pizza, cured meats are an essential part of many dishes. Now, let's dive into the specifics of what you might find at a deli. If you're ever in the mood for something extra special, you can try picking up Polish sausages, liverwurst, or even pastrami, meats that come from different cultures and bring a unique taste to your meal. So, next time you're planning to make a sandwich or serve a platter, think about the incredible variety of cured meats you can choose from. They are not just tasty, they are also a great way to expand your culinary knowledge. Now that we've learned about the different types of cured meats, let's focus on some other items you might pick up at a deli. The deli isn't just about meats. It's a place full of delicious surprises. Along with those tasty cold cuts, you'll often find cheeses, pickles, and salads like coleslaw, all of which make a perfect addition to your meal. Let's talk about coleslaw first. Coleslaw is a classic American dish that's usually made from shredded cabbage and carrots, mixed with a creamy dressing, often made with mayonnaise and a bit of vinegar. This salad is a favorite at picnics, BBQs, and family gatherings. The crunchiness of the cabbage and the creaminess of the dressing create a perfect balance. If you haven't tried it yet, coleslaw is something worth tasting, especially if you like fresh, tangy flavors. Another popular item you might find at the deli is olives. Olives are a delicious snack that come in many varieties, including green, black, and Kalamata olives. These small, salty treats are perfect for adding a burst of flavor to your meal. They are great for snacking, adding to salads, or even just enjoying on their own. And if you're a fan of pickled foods, you might love olives because they are often pickled, which gives them that sharp, tangy flavor. And then there's the surprise of a good dip. A dip can turn any meal into a fun, interactive experience. Picture yourself dipping crispy chips into a creamy dip like tzatziki, a Greek yogurt-based sauce made with cucumber, garlic, and herbs. Tzatziki is smooth, tangy, and refreshing, making it a great dip for pita bread, chips, or even fresh vegetables. If you haven't tried tzatziki before, it's a great addition to your deli shopping list, especially for those who love savory, creamy dips. All of these items, cold cuts, coleslaw, olives, and dips create a wide range of flavors that work together beautifully. The next time you visit a deli, don't just think about the meats. Explore the world of pickles, salads, and dips to add even more flavor to your meals. You'll be amazed at how much variety and fun you can have with just a few simple ingredients. As we continue our journey through the deli, let's take a closer look at some of the phrases and expressions we use when talking about these foods. Understanding these terms will not only help you sound more natural when discussing food, but also help you navigate a deli with confidence. One common phrase you might hear is cold cuts. As we've discussed, this refers to meats that are sliced thin and served cold. But there's more to it than just the name. In English, we often use cold cuts to describe a variety of cured meats like ham, turkey, or salami that are ready to eat. They are perfect for sandwiches, and in many countries, they are a go-to for quick meals. Imagine walking into a deli, and the first thing the clerk asks you is, "What kind of cold cuts would you like today?" You'll need to know how to answer, so let's look at some options. If you're picking up a variety of meats, you might say, "I'll take a pound of salami, some turkey, and maybe a little ham." This is a simple way to ask for the meats you want. If you're looking for something specific, you might say, "Do you have any pastrami on sale?" Pastrami is another type of cured meat, often used in sandwiches like the classic New York pastrami on rye. It's made from beef and is known for its smoky, spicy flavor. Another useful expression is "get a move on." This phrase is used when you want someone to hurry up or move faster. For example, imagine you're preparing for a dinner party and you still need to get a lot of things done. You might say, "Get a move on. The guests will be here any minute." It's a fun, informal way to encourage someone to pick up the pace. When you're at the deli, you might also hear the phrase "pick up," which simply means to buy or gather something. For example, "I need to pick up some coleslaw," or "Can you pick up some olives?" It's a great way to sound like a native speaker when you're ordering at a store. By using these phrases, cold cuts, get a move on, and pick up, you'll be able to handle everyday conversations about food with ease. These expressions are not only practical, but they also help you sound more fluent in English. So, next time you're in the deli or at a grocery store, remember these helpful phrases. They'll make you feel more confident when shopping and talking about food. As we move forward in our delicious deli adventure, let's focus on how to describe some of the different textures and flavors of the foods you might encounter. Knowing how to talk about food in detail is a great way to enhance your English vocabulary and make your conversations more interesting. One of the most exciting things about deli foods is their variety in texture. For example, cold cuts like salami and ham have a smooth, slightly firm texture that's perfect for sandwiches or just nibbling on. When you take a bite, you might notice a slight chewiness, but it's balanced with a soft, juicy quality. In contrast, cheeses can vary greatly in texture, from the hard, crumbly texture of cheddar to the smooth, creamy texture of brie. The texture of cheese is a huge part of what makes it so enjoyable. Another texture to consider is the crunchiness of coleslaw. When you bite into a spoonful of coleslaw, you'll feel the crisp crunch of the cabbage and carrots, especially if they've been freshly prepared. The creaminess of the dressing contrasts with the crunchiness of the vegetables, creating a satisfying bite that's perfect alongside meats and cheeses. This is an excellent example of how different textures in food can create a more enjoyable eating experience. And let's not forget about pickles. Pickles have a firm, crisp texture, and they offer a delightful crunch with every bite. The acidity of the brine makes them tangy and sharp, which is why they are often paired with rich or fatty foods like cold cuts or sandwiches. They add a refreshing contrast to the heavier, savory flavors. Now, let's talk about how to describe the flavors of these deli items. Cured meats like salami or ham have a rich, savory flavor that's often a little salty. The smokiness in meats like pastrami adds a deeper, more complex flavor, making them perfect for people who enjoy bold tastes. On the other hand, Coleslaw's creamy dressing provides a tangy flavor from the vinegar and a slight sweetness from the carrots, balancing out the rich meats. And pickles. Well, they bring a zesty, sour flavor that cuts through the richness of the meats and cheeses. If you love strong flavors, pickles are the perfect addition to your meal. Being able to describe food in terms of texture and flavor will not only improve your English, but also give you a deeper appreciation for the foods you're eating. Next time you visit a deli, take a moment to notice the textures and flavors of the food and try to describe them in detail. It's a fun way to practice your English and make your food experiences even more enjoyable. Now that we've talked about textures and flavors, let's take a closer look at how you can combine these ingredients to create a truly delicious meal. When you go to a deli, it's not just about picking up individual items. It's about choosing the right combinations that will enhance each other and create a perfect balance of flavors. So, let's think about how to build a meal using these deli items. One of the most popular ways to enjoy deli meats is by making a sandwich. Imagine you're putting together a classic deli sandwich with some cold cuts, cheese, and maybe a few other tasty ingredients. You can start with a fresh, soft baguette or crusty bread. Then, layer on some thin slices of salami, turkey, or pastrami. The richness of the cured meats will mix perfectly with the bread's softness. If you like a bit of creaminess, you can add some cheese like Swiss or cheddar. Next, add some coleslaw to the sandwich for extra crunch and tang. The coleslaw will add a fresh, cool contrast to the salty meats, making every bite more exciting. For a little extra flavor, you could also add some pickles to your sandwich. The pickles' sharpness will cut through the richness of the meat and cheese, creating a balanced taste. Another great way to enjoy deli meats is by serving them on a platter. You can pick a variety of cold cuts and cheeses, then arrange them on a beautiful plate. Add some olives, pickles, and maybe a few slices of bread or crackers on the side. This is a simple and elegant way to serve deli food, and it's perfect for a party or gathering. Your guests will love the variety of flavors and textures, and you can impress them with your knowledge of deli foods. If you're looking for something a bit different, you could try making a charcuterie board. This board typically features a variety of cured meats, cheeses, fruits, nuts, and spreads. It's an artful combination of salty, savory, sweet, and creamy ingredients that will leave everyone wanting more. You could add some sweet fig jam or honey to balance out the savory flavors of the meats, or serve it with a side of fresh fruit like grapes or apples. The key to creating the perfect deli meal is thinking about how the flavors and textures will work together. Salty meats, creamy cheeses, crunchy pickles, and tangy coleslaw all come together to create a meal that's full of variety and excitement. Whether you're making a sandwich or putting together a platter, these combinations will help you create a satisfying and delicious meal every time. So, next time you're at the deli, think about how you can mix and match your favorite items to create something special. It's not just about the individual ingredients. It's about creating a meal that's full of flavor, texture, and balance. Enjoy the process and let your creativity guide you. As we dive deeper into the world of deli foods, let's focus on some important language and expressions that will help you when you're shopping at the deli or talking about food. Being able to use the right phrases will not only help you sound more natural, but also make your shopping experience much easier. One phrase you'll often hear at the deli is on sale. This is used when an item is being sold at a lower price, usually for a limited time. For example, you might hear the deli clerk say, "We've got pastrami on sale today." When you hear this, it means you can get a good deal on that item. So, if you're looking to save a little money, it's always a good idea to check out what's on sale. Another useful phrase is pick up. When you're shopping at the deli, you'll hear this term a lot. It simply means to choose or buy something. For example, "Can you pick up some ham and coleslaw?" or "I need to pick up a jar of olives." This is a simple and direct way to ask for items, and it's very common in everyday English. Sometimes, you might want to describe how much of something you need. For instance, you could say, I'll take a pound of salami or give me half a pound of turkey. The word pound is often used in American English to describe the weight of food, especially when buying meat or cheese. Understanding this term will help you communicate better when you're shopping for deli products. When you're at the deli, you might also want to use the phrase, "Is that all?" This is a polite way to ask if there's anything else the person needs to add to their order. For example, if you're placing an order, you could say, "I'll take a pound of salami, some cheese, and olives. Is that all?" It's a simple way to double check that you've got everything you need. When shopping at the deli, it's also important to be familiar with words like jar and bottle. If you're buying pickles, dips, or olives, they'll often come in a jar. For example, you might say, "I'll take a jar of pickles," or "Do you have any spinach dip in a jar?" Jars are common containers for many deli items, so knowing this word will help you ask for what you need. Lastly, if you're unsure about an item, don't hesitate to ask the deli clerk for advice. You could say, "What's good today?" or "Can you recommend something?" This will help you explore new products and maybe even discover a new favorite. Using these phrases in your everyday conversations will help you feel more confident when shopping at the deli or talking about food with friends. By learning the right vocabulary and expressions, you'll be able to navigate food-related conversations with ease and sound more natural in your English. So, next time you're at the deli, try using some of these phrases and see how much easier it makes your experience. As we continue our exploration of the deli world, let's talk about how food plays an important role in bringing people together. Whether you're enjoying a simple sandwich, a hearty meal, or a party platter, food is often the centerpiece of gatherings, and a deli meal can be the perfect choice for these occasions. Picture this: you're hosting a casual dinner party with friends or family. You want to serve something easy to prepare but still impressive and delicious. A deli platter is the ideal solution. You can gather a variety of cold cuts, cheeses, olives, and other deli treats, and arrange them on a large platter for everyone to share. This way, your guests can mix and match different flavors and textures to create their own perfect bites. One of the reasons deli food works so well for gatherings is its versatility. You don't need to be a professional chef to create a great spread. All you need is a selection of meats, cheeses, dips, and sides, and you'll have a delicious meal ready in no time. Plus, deli food is meant to be enjoyed casually, so it creates a relaxed atmosphere where everyone can eat, chat, and enjoy the food without worrying too much about formality. And let's not forget about sandwiches. Sandwiches are another great way to use deli items. They are portable, customizable, and perfect for any occasion. You can make a simple sandwich with just a few slices of meat, some cheese, and a bit of mustard or mayo. Or you can go all out and layer multiple types of meats, cheeses, and vegetables for a more filling meal. Whether you're having a picnic in the park or enjoying a quick lunch at home, sandwiches are always a good choice. Food also has a way of connecting people. When you share a meal, it's not just about the food itself. It's about the experience of coming together, enjoying the moment, and creating memories. In many cultures, sharing food is a way of showing hospitality and kindness. And at the deli, you'll find everything you need to create those memorable moments. So, next time you're planning a meal or hosting a gathering, consider heading to the deli. You'll find a variety of flavors, textures, and options that will satisfy every guest and make your event even more enjoyable. As we finish our deli journey, keep in mind that food isn't just about nourishment. It's also about bringing joy and connecting with others. Whether it's a casual deli platter, a sandwich, or a special meal, food has a unique way of bringing people together. So, when you think about your next meal or get-together, remember how easy it can be to create something delicious with a little help from the deli. As we wrap up our journey through the world of deli foods, let's reflect on everything we've learned and how it can enhance both your language skills and your food experiences. The deli isn't just a place to pick up meats and cheeses. It's a place to discover new flavors, learn useful English phrases, and connect with people over delicious food. Understanding the terminology and knowing how to describe different textures, flavors, and combinations can open up a world of possibilities for your cooking and speaking. In addition to the new vocabulary, we've seen how food can play a role in bringing people together. Whether you're preparing a sandwich for lunch, serving a platter at a party, or simply sharing a meal with friends and family, food has a unique way of creating memories and fostering connections. And with the variety of options available at the deli, there's always something to suit everyone's tastes. Don't forget the importance of trying new things. The deli offers so many different types of meats, cheeses, dips, and sides, and there's always room to explore. You might discover a new favorite, perhaps a type of cheese you've never tried before or a new kind of sausage that adds a special touch to your meal. Be open to exploring the variety of deli foods available, and you'll find that each visit can offer something fresh and exciting. Now, as you continue to practice your English and immerse yourself in the language, remember that food-related vocabulary can be both practical and fun. The more you use these expressions in real-life situations, the more natural they will become. Whether you're shopping at the deli, cooking in your kitchen, or chatting with friends about your favorite meals, these phrases will help you communicate more clearly and confidently. Thank you for being a part of this episode of English Podcast Zone. I hope you enjoyed learning about the delicious world of deli foods and picked up some new language skills along the way. Keep practicing, keep exploring, and most importantly, keep enjoying the food that brings us all together.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word.
Lack. Out of. To choose and buy. Pick up. Something done to make people aware of a product. Promotion. Don't take what you just said into consideration. Never mind. In addition to all the foregoing. Last but not least. A shop selling ready-to-eat food products. Deli.
Let's try that faster.
A shop selling ready-to-eat food products. Deli. Lack. Out of. Something done to make people aware of a product. Promotion. Don't take what you just said into consideration. Never mind. In addition to all the foregoing. Last but not least. To choose and buy. Pick up.
Now say the word and hear it in a sentence.
Out of. The pharmacy is all out of aspirin. Out of. We are all out of milk. Out of. The store is all out of beer. Pick up. I'll pick up the kids after school. Pick up. First, I need to go pick up some bread from the bakery. Pick up. Could you pick up the clothes from the dry cleaners as well? Promotion. My favorite clothing is having a promotion today on all their pants. Promotion. The grocery store is having a promotion on all the leftover Valentine's Day candy. Promotion. The car dealership put on a promotion for their newest car last month. Never mind. The apartment has no furniture? Never mind, I will look for another place. Never mind. Never mind, I'm not going if she's not going. Never mind. Never mind, that breaking into abandoned buildings is illegal. It's fun. Last but not least. Last but not least, as our maid, I need you to cook dinner 3 times a week. Last but not least. Last but not least, can you take a look at the brakes as well? Last but not least. Last but not least, we have Jillian, who played the part of Goose.